Can you hear me, everyone? That's hardly late, Leatherpets. That's hardly late. 30 seconds. Hey. Hey, Rumi. Hey, Lord of Misrule Archive. Hey, Akafute. Hello, Win. Hello. Alright, so I think I'd do a little bit of an introduction to the people who missed Tropico. So, is the music a bit loud or can you hear me okay? Ready for stroke-inducing lore. Yeah. It's fine. Okay, cool. Alright, so Kitten Beach, which is a Tropico 6 kind of white guy coded tropical dance simulator for early evening European newsreaders. That's the kind of thing. It's a spin-off. It's a spin-off from a kind of brunch experiment, a forum theatre experiment, based on the works of Augusto Boal, where we were kind of trying to build a world. Historically, as some people mentioned, yes, you kind of go through history and you have to make choices. And then the idea was to create a world for the final round of the modern age, and then we have to fix it. So a brief bit of the it's brunch. Well, then you're good. Just carry on imagining we're at brunch. Politics, the game, yeah, and it reacts to the chat is the idea. So some of this discussion might be a bit better to have with a map in the background, though. But overall, we've worked together to create Kitten Beach, the island, and now we have to kind of fix it. And we've gone through three distinct ages already. In the first age, we relied a lot on milk and sugar and coconuts, I think, to make rum, make pina coladas, and we have like factions that are controlled by different cats. So at the time, we had English-speaking cat, which is a character from Kitten Beach, who was representing the crown, and Better Kitten, who was representing the revolutionaries. And after that, English-speaking cat evolved into the capitalists, and Better Kitten evolved into the communists, and so on and so on and so on. That stuff will become clear if you're new to the game, but there are different political factions, and the chat represents different voices of the demos. And we have a few rules like instant democracy, which is like vote fast, vote as many times as you can, to create a kind of democratic wave. You can push agendas through like that. I believe the Better Kitten pirate radio was one of those. On the media, we've spent an enormous amount of money on media over the generations. We created a mighty propaganda machine that was pulling and pushing in different directions, and it ended up with creating like a very big religious faction, which I think we agreed was a mixture of Mormons and Greek Orthodox communities, and they were working around goat farms and sugar farms, and also a kind of like powerful communist organisation. And they ended up fight clubbing the banks and bringing in tourism. Yes. Now things did go down a bit with tourism because tourism makes you vulnerable. When different armies are invading your country, or you've got guerrilla warfare, then the tourists stop coming. And that's kind of what happened. Everything was going well. We built a kind of Yowie island with various stolen monuments from around the world, and tourists were coming, except for a nightclub which was perpetually empty, right? But everything else was kind of jolly. There were balloon rides. Michael Catt was showing everyone around Bonehenge and the Yowie statues. And I was thinking about the Yowie statues as well. The Yowie in this case were doomed, right? The Yowie statues are doomed Yowie statues. I'm drinking Koffler at the moment. Maybe I'll have a cocktail after break. Anyway, yeah. So strangely enough, even though we were building a tourist island, there was also a quite strong faction of communists that brought us into an alliance with the USSR and pushed us into developing the bomb. And really the bomb is going to be the central question of today, and it's going to either end the game quickly, or it's going to allow us to kind of blast our way out of this hole that we're in at the moment, because we are in a bit of a hole. Because when we reached the modern age, we decided democratically to pick 4 factions to favour. And those 4 factions, I believe, are the environmentalists and the industrialists, which was a very strange decision. The intellectuals and the communists, I believe. So that's the faction we're working with. And unfortunately, because of all that money we spent on religious propaganda over like 50 years, there were a lot of Mormons, and they got extremely angry. So that created a political crisis where we were going to lose power. So to save the election, we printed money to buy the people, and now we've already used the print money button, right? We can't use that for 8 years, and we're causing inflation. So we did actually win the election. In my head, we had lost it. We've won the election, but we don't have any money, and our industry is totaled, right? Like it's not up to date. We did not do enough work in the Cold War because we relied on the island. So I've got like a proposition, or I've got a few propositions to put to you to start with, but I don't think there are that many choices. If we tick on as it is at the moment, we just basically run out of money, and the game will end because we will be economically ruined. However, and this is mainly to do with the industry. Now we can do a few like shock doctrine stuff again, but we've already shock doctrined the island quite a bit. Like we've fired a lot of people already, and we've shut a lot of things down, and we're at pretty low ebb as we're coming in. But because of the wisdom of Terra Kitten and the Terra Kitten faction, which I think are going to become quite important whether we want to or not, because you guys chose to distance yourself from Terra Kitten, but unfortunately Terra Kitten still has a massive chunk of the island, which is a military base with weapons production and mines and all this kind of thing. So what we can do is detonate the nuke. If we detonate the bomb, then everybody in the world goes, and they'll give us 100,000, right? They'll give us 100,000. But everybody on the island will hate us because we basically have just nuked one of the atolls. So everyone on the island's just going to see a mushroom cloud go up. That will get us money, which will get us back into the game. I'm going to take suggestions before I go on. This is just my proposition, right? Because we spent a lot of money building that fucking bomb, to be honest. And I think we should kind of use it. But this is also where the game gets tricky in this final stage, because there are so many different factions, and there are also so many different countries or powers involved. And sorry, my window's open. There might be some howls from wild animals out there. But I've lost my thread. The bomb is what creates new Bohemia. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, with all these new powers in the world, it's like, you know, you think you're coming out of the Cold War and 2 countries had nuclear weapons and that was bad and now it's over. But in fact now 12 countries have nuclear weapons, so it's 12 times as bad. That's the situation politically. It's and I'm not that good at navigating all this stuff. There's a lot that's going to come at us. There's Twitter. Twitter's in there. You've got to kind of manage your Twitter account as the regime as well. So I suggest we're going to take it slow. We're going to the alternative, as I see it, unless somebody else has got a better idea, I'll show you the island and then we can vote. Hey Finn. Thank you. Sorry, just seeing he's in the house. Hey Jadzia. But it doesn't destroy the island, it's just going to piss everybody off. So we've got to use the money that we get from the nuke to work magic on what we have. If we don't do that, we can try the alternative, which is definitely selling out the media. There's not going to be a choice over that. Like, you have to do that. You're going to have to fire loads more people, which is going to create a rebel problem, which is going to cause problems with Pleasure Island. We're going to have to shut down entertainment. We're going to have to lower maintenance on all the houses. Maybe lower people's wages. Like, that's what we're talking about, and all of that. Because we've used all the other bits and pieces of the shock doctrine already, so we can't really shock the economy anymore, except using a nuke, in my opinion. But over to you now. Like, if somebody's done some research in this and they've got a third way, then take the time now to pitch it. We don't have to lose Party Island. But we need peace and security for Party Island to work. Well, yeah, but with the media are just propagandizing in different directions, and they're not actually very useful right now. I'm happy to sell them out. I've always been in favour of selling out, well, at least half the media. But you guys have kept this media alive with all sorts of like random shit going on. You're gonna have to cut the religious propaganda. There's one place chucking out religious propaganda, newspaper. So that's point. English-speaking cat's been demolished. That sector's kind of gone. The intellectuals own that area now. Well, we can change it to the Red Star, but you chose 4 factions. I said we can go total communism if you want. Just make all the media is communist. But then we're still going to have to shock our way out of this situation, even if you want to do that. I think we nuke and sell out. Yes, 40. Yeah, I'm up for that. Right, and then we try and sort it out. But then I think it's going to have to be industry, personally. All right. Enough discussion. So just do an early load. Get a load in. Hey, Estelle. All right. Okay. So I brought this game back into an evening slot. It was in a brunch slot. I'd like to keep it in the brunch. But maybe we can do like evening shows for the final one. And I don't know how far we'll get. Right, we could get nowhere. Alright, let's do it. Okay, this is the situation, and it's quite messy, because we're halfway through shocking and trying to upgrade the economy. Thank you, much appreciated. Yeah, there's stuff that we could move around. We're like kind of in the middle of moving stuff around, but we were creating an intellectual area here to replace English-speaking cat's capitalist district, which is mostly gone. This is where the banks used to be. I think we got to destroy this. I'm just going to do it now. Sorry, random bit of shock. Bye-bye. All right. Then this is AMCAT's old territory. This is the old religious section. This is still putting out religious propaganda. This is just doing freedom, and I don't know how much freedom we need right now. We've got 9% approval. And this religious community was based on these goats. But we're trying to bring in sugar hydroponically, and we can kind of finish that off as one option. Finish the hydroponics. Maybe replace these with factory farms, but that's not going to go down well with the environmentalists. And then there's that cathedral. It's a very expensive cathedral if you guys are into religion. That can go. If we really want to survive, that can be demolished. Then we got Better Kitten's little peninsula, and this has got some possibilities out here. Valerie mentioned on X about like oppressing your neighbours to basically lower their approval rating of their guy, which boosts yours through relative unhappiness. We should do that. So let's put one of those in now. And we should probably start looting for money. So we do that. But that's Better Kitten's kind of, and it went through a few phases, but now it's a kind of like factory area with like communist radio. People live in this tenement. That's the Red Star. That's the communist news. That's communist radio. And that's the fire station. Then over to Pleasure Island, which is Bin Cat's realm. These are the Yowie statues. And we might be doomed Yowie ourselves here. This island might become like that, which would be a weird little loop. That hotel's on fire. There's a shack. This nightclub's not really working. This is the nightclub we're employing a bunch of people. I kind of suggest we fire them. That's not really making much money. They can be fired. They can be fired. This is okay, but I think this is too upmarket. It's too upmarket stuff for these. These are like all posh entertainment. I think that's what's wrong. Maybe, but somebody else might be able to know better than that. That was a jewel in the crown, right? That was an engineering wonder and a wonder of international heist. There's a little thing over here which is a note, which is a conventio, kind of shantytown type thing, and they work here and they eat coconuts because that was just something for them to eat. So that's not great, and there's quite a lot of people in that. So democracy, we should deal with that. This is Terra Kitten's realm, which is the police, the mines, the oil, the steel, all that, the weapon factory. And that's quite chonky. Like, Terra Kitten's quite a beast there. They need re-employing because we've got the resources now. And these guys okay? Alright. And then this little mess over here is a kind of Petrocat mess. For the industry, and it's kind of a sprawl there, which includes Nickeltown, which supplies the nickel down to Terra Kitten, some communist radio again, I think. Yeah. And these are expensive. This media stuff, we have to, even after we do the bomb. 40's right. We're gonna have to talk about the media. You dog. There's a nuclear power plant there. That was causing problems, but we're okay. But we might have to hire another nuclear physicist because we don't have a college. And then out here is a massive pineapple plantations. So that's it. That's the world that we have built together. And you can see we're at minus 18,000, and that's just gonna plummet now because we're in a death spiral. Yeah, but the pineapple's like a second tier technology. Kitten Beach, well, this is mid-shock. We were trying to fix the economy. So we can have a go at it if you want without the nuke, and you can see what happens. But I've ran it on for like a few months, just trying to carry on what we're doing, and it just kind of annihilates everything. So the first vote is basically to nuke or not to nuke. The nuke will get us this nuclear testing will get us 100,000. Yeah, this is about Gib. No, Gibraltar's like that, no. That's what I mean by one. That's the rock, and that's like the one road. Nuke, nuke, nuke. Great. Okay, there's an official poll running. I think we're probably gonna nuke. So I'll just use this time to say, I had a look around because I was looking at every possibility. There's gold there that we could plug into jewelry in Better Kitten's world. That I think can go now. We don't need that's finished. Don't worry, we're going to talk about other island states. Rhodes is more like this. Maybe a bit bigger even, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if you want to see it, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind running it. If people are interested, if you want to spend the early evening here, then I'll happily run it and we can do it again. But I think we can. The problem is that if you do that, right, if you do the shock doctrine thing, if we carry on like shock, did Nuke win? Great, okay. But if we did carry on shocking the economy, we lose anyway. Did Nuke win? Yeah, Nuke's won. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I learned something, didn't I? Nuke. Okay, 91%. Brilliant. Okay, so we will nuke, and then we will have another conversation.
Want to make a quick buck? Superpowers will pay a tidy sum to conduct a few small thermonuclear tests.
Oh, it's that! It's not of the bomb, is it?
Local residents, especially if you tell them.
This is just them hiring one of our islands. Okay, I misread this.
Save money on haircuts.
We destroyed the nuclear program in the shock.
And we wouldn't want Tropical to get left behind, would we?
Right, everyone hates us. Getting the balloon, getting a balloon for the view of the nuke. Or is that the sun? Alright. So with clouds of fallout drifting over the island then, let's talk about selling out the media. Oh yeah, this is how we joined the Fallout universe, yeah. Alright. The spies, okay, the spies are getting something, they're stealing something, aren't they? They're stealing St. Basil's Cathedral, but they're stuck because they need cloth. I don't think we have a cloth factory, so we need to import that if you want to finish stealing St. Basil's Cathedral. That's one thing we can do. Produce apparel, we can't do that. Issue building permit, we can do. Alright, so in terms of fixing the economy then, we've got to produce something. We've got pineapples. We can finish this, which I think is probably a good idea. How much are these things? They're okay. I think we get the food in. We need to produce cloth. We can do that. We could put some of the hydroponics farms into cotton production, and then we could turn it into cloth with a factory. We're shipping steel, uranium, and boats. Ah, yeah, this, okay, so one quick fix is this. Okay, alright, well I can make a proposition then. Like, we can build an aluminium mine here, turn the boatyard into using aluminium, and then build a IKEA. Yeah. So, let's vote for IKEA or against IKEA. I'll just go through options. IKEA is going to cost us about 10,000. Need to get into the automotive industry. Yeah, I don't know about the steel though. That's pretty good steel production. We can do that. We can do lots of different things. I'm not sure how to cut through it. I was just gonna kind of spread Cold War stuff around. Like I thought, jewelry down here is an option. IKEA up here is an option. Finish this, get cloth in. Yeah, let's just go through it like that. IKEA, yes or no? We could import steel, yeah. I'm thinking these are just cheap, quick fixes. We have the supply chain because we have a lumber mill, yeah. Yeah, with two lumberjacks. So we're good for lumber. In fact, we can probably do that even faster. That needs clearing up though, that needs clearing up. Alright, well look, let's just get vibes then. We don't have to do it. Do we like IKEA? Yeah, okay. But we don't have to do it. I'm worried about tourism because look, there's rebels. We're gonna have to put more guards everywhere. Okay, IKEA. IKEA, okay, great. IKEA comes with this mine because it keeps everything else good. Lock the bad tourists in IKEA. Tourists live a police state, so guards are fine. Okay. We can buy a helicopter, but that's quite a lot of money. Just let the guys sort it out. They're doing it. They're doing it. Okay, so my next question is like better kitten jewelry. Yeah, but it gets the boats, right? Which means the boats aren't on the if we get that welding plant, then the lumber is going to the IKEA, right? Plastics is the other thing. Thank you. Kitten jewelry, better kitten jewelry, yeah, okay. Okay, we do it! Well, we haven't got money for everything, have we? People's gonna hate us anyway, we just like have to avoid the election. Hey, Woobyism. This is so ugly. Alright. Yeah, because I think we already bought the thing for this, so I think we were doing this. Unless we built one already. No, we didn't. Okay, that's jewelry. I don't know if an IKEA will solve the hatred problem. I want to solve the economic problem and then we'll solve hatred. If that's okay. That's a bit grim. Let's put something else in there. Okay, so we let that go. Okay, so now it's the whether we do more of these. We can fit 2 more hydroponics in there, easy. And maybe a 3rd one like that. Actually, yeah, we can do more. This is going to be a lot of jobs. So I just want to vote for farms. Yes for farms or no for farms. You want to do the media now? Let's do the media then. Let's do the media. We got. Do you want to keep the religious media? Thanks, Leroy. So, do you want to get rid of the religious media then? You want to fully turn your back on these guys? There's lots of them. There's 311 of them. They're the biggest faction. Hey, Nemati. Oh, we passed. I think we're on the way to 1,900 followers as well. So, thanks for spreading the word, everyone. Sell the other one. Keep the religious media, yeah, but then we're going to have to do what they want, right? They want us to produce genes. We need to, like, pay priests more and stuff. We did ditch religion, we did. This is supposed to be all papered over with an intellectual paradise. Fund the religious media more. Abandon God, embrace communism. We can change this to the Red Star as well. I'm happy for keeping the theocracy, but you voted against it, so we've started like dismantling it. We changed the constitution so we're no longer a theocracy. You abandoned God and IKEA. Alright, I'm gonna let this run then while you're bantering. I think we should get farms. We were religious capitalists, that's what I'm saying, we were religious capitalists. But the chat decided that religious capitalism is a big part of the problem with this world as it is. So in this kind of like forum theatre-y way, we're trying to like now go into an intellectual environmentalist paradise, I think. To be honest, I'd like to get rid of IKEA as soon as it saves us from the economic ruin. Alright, so we're voting on this newspaper. Do you want to change it to communism or keep it as religion? It's quite a major decision. I don't want it's not spurious because it affects like the whole middle of the island really. That's why we've created this problem. You've got the militarists over here who are also religious. We're trying to gut it and build a university in the middle. Communism. Communism. I think we're going to go full communist. There was always this communist plot. Alright, so you're going to leave that as communist. We're changing this to communist. Do you want to have do you want to have communist TV? Communist TV. Okay, wait, we need to research communist TV. Communist TV, there it is. We watch. You got a little cute little spy academy over here as well, you communists. Okay, and then this newspaper is currently sold out. Do you want to keep it or destroy it? We'll have to do quick instant democracy for a lot of these, or I think it's going to drag. I don't hate Swedish people. Sweden's basically communist, right? Destroy it? Destroy it. Okay, alright, so that just the media is not... We're not selling it out, we're just obliterating it. Okay, that's done. What about the army? They probably need spreading out, I think. The mushroom cloud's still going. Our military strength is very, very weak. Yeah, the chance of like more army and communism and stuff sounding quite Stalinist. This used to be the banks. One channel for balalaika, the other for football. Just walking across this wasteland. Alright, okay, so we've got... Is this all fixed? No. Speed up time. Okay, we're going to have an honest conversation about tourism soon. People are not going to... Oh, some people in the nightclub. Everyone's here for Boonhenge. I mean, we can just strip it down if you want and wait for it to build up. Boonhenge. Bonehenge was good, but Boonhenge. For mine-rotting law. More strippers. Yeah, but the strippers aren't bringing anyone in. Well, okay, there are some people there. That's pretty quiet, though. Let's fire a cocktail. I'm just going to fire one of these guys. There is a lot of oil beneath Happy Island. Yeah, I know. Just so people can see the original problem with the Americans. This was the problem. We built Boonhenge and a strip club on top of a giant oil reserve. We can do that. That will also pull us out of the problem, but it doesn't seem true to the environmentalist cause. We've got a completely demented island, but this is because we chose to do it in factions, I think. This is nasty though. This has got to be solved. Petricat, what have you done? There's natural oil springs at Boonehenge, yeah. But they're just using coconut oil at the moment. Then we have a balloon factory. Is that still going? Yeah, look at that. There's a balloon factory still going. It's getting rubber from somewhere. No, I think that's targeted for destruction, the balloon factory. Not we winding down rubber. Oh no, it's making it out of oil. Yeah, that's it. Oily balloons, yeah. Tourists love oil factories. Well, sending out the cops.
Security like a well-funded army, Presidente. The borders are safe, the nation is safe, and most importantly, you are safe. So invest in the army.
I'm as big a fan of.
All right, fire this one off quickly for me. Do you want to build a roller coaster, or would you rather research Labour policy? If we build a roller coaster, we'll piss the Conservatives off, which I don't think you care about. If we research Labour policy, we'll piss Terra Kitten off. But Labour policy might please the communists. Roller coasters are great. Yeah, we can stick one next to Boonehenge. I'm fine with that. We've got money now. It looks like we're split between Labour and roller coaster. No, roller coaster. Boon coaster. I think I'm sold on that. Oh, no, there's something happening. Okay, great, alright. Oh, you can watch it live! Oh, I did not know you could do this. Oh wow, there's 95 people here, welcome. Kitten Beach brunches are around 65, I think. Actually, no, I don't know. Maybe there were more people. Come on, this is the internet. Exactly. Okay, that's it. Thank you. The roller coaster has to win. There can't be that many rational minds here. Okay, I'm beginning to figure out how to work this second computer so I can actually get information. Yeah, it's a great. I play a lot with Buena Vista Social Club as well instead of the soundtrack. The soundtrack's good. I don't know if we're going broke. I think we'll be alright. The problem is we're not popular, so we've got to make everything good now with this money. I used a bit of the Fallout New Vegas atmospherics to open a play once. Ooh. Hey, Sidoni. We're waiting on a vote. People are voting on whether we're going to do a roller coaster or whether we're going to have like labour laws. It's pretty spurious, but the roller coaster's winning, as you can imagine. And then we're going to whack it in the middle of this island over here, which I'll show you in a second. I need some maracas for this though. I need more toys for Kitten Beach. We're gonna keep it going. Some like kitten ones. I told you this was a white guy coded tropical dance simulator. A Dance Revolution for Sapios. That would be good. Alright, we done it? Alright, nearly out of time. Okay, roller coaster it is. Surprise, surprise. Build roller coaster. I think we're going to have to whack it in the middle of that nice bit of forest though, which is a bit disgraceful. Oh, can we just... there. We're gonna have to move that cabana hotel. I guess it has to go there. Sorry about the tree line. Did we squeeze it all? Okay, we'll have to put it right up against Boonhenge. That's nasty. This isn't nasty. Alright. Fine. Alright, well the people in the cabana thing should like that at least. If they're not so into the casinos. I think we need to fire some of these people though. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to make executives on that. I'll keep the nightclub then. Alright. Hide my tongue? No, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing island. We'll wait for that to finish. You can actually, with this, you can add. I think we can decorate, yeah, with trees and stuff if we want like this. So don't worry about that. We can pretty it up later. I can do those things between games if you'll trust me. Okay, stuff is happening. I think we've got to let it roll through a bit. IKEA is here. I think chop through that. That's got the aluminium and the steel, so it should be fine from there. Great, okay. 24 people unemployed, 15 jobs, 33,000 in the bank. New economy that's glistening. Roller coaster coming in. All right, let's roll. We'll just keep watching it now.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente.
Fuck.
It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
No, we can't have an election. Look at this. Look at this. We can't have an election. I think we may have fucked this up, guys. I think we fucked it up by going a bit too fast, right? And that's what we're going to learn for the next game. We detonated a nuke on the neighbouring island of, well, we sold out an atoll. This was the only way of doing it. You turned your back on God. The Demos did that. I didn't do that. I advised against that. That plunged us into this political crisis. I don't think a speech can save this. It's terror kitten all the way, I'm afraid. It's lockdown, and then we free people later. Look, you're turning it into communism anyway, right? Like, I think now is a good time to just double down. We will lose this election. It doesn't matter about me giving a speech to no one, to just Valerie, right? It's not going to make a difference. What D word is banned? There's an R word that's banned, right? I agree with you, Bublina. I agree with you, 100%. Yeah, we just rip the ban. Democracy is done. I think it's toast. It's not gonna work here. Environmentalism literally ruined everything. Non-Stvan was great. We just literally had to say we believed in God, and everybody in that whole middle of the island voted for us, and we just threw that away. I say we Terrac it and we lock it down. Although the army is probably hates us as well, so that might not work. Look, I think there's a save. Kitten Beach 3, Kitten Beach 2, etc. You can take it back in time if you want to stay in this island. Or we can regenerate it if we lose. But we're just gonna lose humiliatingly over 2 years, which is fine. I don't mind that. Or we can lock the island down. They can't hate us if we put them in prison. You've got a spy academy. We've got an arms industry. We just need to put a few checkpoints around, a few like guard towers, menacing guard towers, and we can keep the tourist stream going for a while. And free everybody when we're popular again. I knew it was going to come to this. We could either have gone into like, you know, total like economic crash or political. It was when we turned our back on gods, guys. Better luck with a new island? Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to reset it, but we're going to have to lose one way or the other. If you'd like to lose now, through the vote, we can. And then we can choose to take it back, or we can start a new island. I really don't mind. But I got a lot of messages about Kitten Beach that people really like it, so we'll keep going with the experiment one way or the other, and we'll invent new rules as we go along. I don't think this is fixable. Well, it's fixable if we lock down the island and spend all the money on the military. Did he? Did Marshall McLuhan turn to Christianity? Kitten Beach 3 will take us back to the Cold War era, which is where we really made mistakes. I think, although I'll need to check that. I don't really have elections until everyone's happy. Normally, I don't mind. I think I've saved islands before doing total lockdowns, but this is pretty far gone. Yeah, I think we're just voting which way to lose. Or we're voting what to do next, I think. Both options are lose. One last speech. This is also on maximum difficulty, so we've added extra difficulty by having to work together in this way. But I don't want to dial it down. Although it is missing the environmental pack and it is missing the medical thing, but I haven't learned it, so I think we'd have to go back from the beginning with that. One last speech telling them everyone will die and die together like a cult. Alright. The goal of this game was to stash 2 million in our Swiss bank account, but we were going to decide the end of it. Alright, so we're going to go back. You want to go back one generation, right, to the Cold War, and like imagine that was a nightmare. Yeah, okay. Alright, so you want me to do a speech then? Acknowledge the issue. The island is good. Look at that. The island is great. This island is great. Oh, there are no issues. But if I was going to pick an issue, it would be job happiness. And everyone hates us. But the religious faction used to love us, so we'll praise them. We'll blame the EU. Everyone blames the EU, no one will notice. And we'll promise an increase in job happiness. And then no one will come. Oh, wait, what's a guard there? Kirill. Kowalczyk? Kirill Kowalczyk. And Lucia. Lucia Lopez. Just my guards.
Just a little more effort.
Oh, there's another one.
Of course, life is
Oui.
tough for those without jobs.
Oui,
I
oui.
understand. My job is everything to me. But soon, my people, everyone will have tolerable pay, bigger bosses, and harder work.
You don't want to accidentally win this now, because I'm going to do disgraceful things to win
Beautiful
this.
shores. Our spiritual friends guarantee this, for which we owe them one. In this life and in any.
Let's see if that moves the needle.
Our problem
Please, God, no.
is deeply rooted in the arrogance of Europe. When their citizens invade our beaches,
The arrogance of
they
Europe,
serve
exactly.
their hand. But when Presidente knocks upon their door, they bite that.
Exactly, yeah, Babish. I'm just going to do a Babish to the economy right now.
Employment. Your Presidente has told every Tropican boss how to fix all work problems and how to make more jobs. I shall hold them all accountable if work conditions do
And they're
not
leaving.
improve. So vote El Presidente for the future that you deserve. All of you. Viva Tropico!
2%. Alright. Alright. But the money is actually working, so. Viva Tropico. Alright, so let's pay everybody more. So I'm not going to have to deal with the consequences. All the buildings. Everyone have the money! And have we got a tax cut? Tax cut.
Want to get on everyone's good side?
10%. 11%.
Dangers of the internet, Presidente. You can't possibly.
We're with the intellectuals, so we're going to have to ditch the...
Let's not get sucked into all the virtual baloney.
Ditch
and
that. Hey, Joe Wolf. Oh, wait, what's that? Demand completed. Our generosity is not moving
The
anything.
best defense is a good.
Terra Kitten. No, I shifted it by 1%. Everyone hates us. Everyone really hates us. That's it. Are there unemployed people? I mean, we can try and fix it as well. We can try and fix the election, but I don't think it's even savable at 10%. Ah, there's the roller coaster. Tropico Mia. The island's good. Look, the island's working again. Give me a chance, people. So I guess the nuclear testing's kind of off the cards then. Really. At least we got the roller coaster. I'd live here, yeah. In a state of absolute economic ruin. We can rig the election, sure, but I think we can only shift it with 10%. Rigging the election. Wasn't there like used to be a channel, Old Presidente All Day? Yeah.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote
All
for
right.
you, Presidente.
Pre-adjust the ballots. I think it's too big. We can't hide this. There's no hope. There's no hope. The only hope is that they don't notice we've rigged it, but with 90% of the population voting against us. Thank you, Alison. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But I like the experiment, actually. I quite like it. It's quite fun. I can understand. Oh, there we go.
Shouted even.
All right.
Yelled
So
and screamed and occasionally
let me
wailed.
come back to this. Okay, we'll take a short break, not an Italian break, like a 5-minute break, and I will reload it to somewhere. But do you want to go back like two? There's like definitely 2 prior saves. There's Kitten Beach 3 and Kitten Beach 2. Kitten Beach 2 will be like. Well, I'll decide. All right, go have a break. I'll have a look and pick the best one. All right. So let's say 5 minutes. I'm sorry, I just had a look at the 2 alternatives. So Kitten Beach 3 is, we're in the middle of America doing a Vietnam, right? So this is like not good. They're embargoing us and putting... Don't worry, I'm going to carry on with the break in a minute. I just want to... We're going to have to go back to English-speaking cat. Look, the errors of our ways. It's up in the top left there. We have to go, if you want to go back, then we have to go back to here. Which is English speaking cat, I'm afraid. It's going back to English speaking cat. Look, when English speaking cat was in charge, we had 54,000 in the bank. We had a mighty banking sector. And then Better Kitten went absolutely mental on propaganda. We went through the numbers. We spent like 55,000 on propaganda. Like, it was absolutely insane. So I think we need to rethink our media theory, which is good that Marshall McLuhan is now subscribed. So maybe McLuhan can give some tips here. Hey, thank you, Polar Bandy. Much appreciated. Yeah, so I think unfortunately, yeah, we're going back to English-speaking cat supremacy. No, it's not. We're not back to England. Look, we've got cheese. I think this is World War. I think this is the World War setup, maybe. Because we haven't really got Pleasure Island yet. Velvet Worm. Another worm. Stream's quite popular with worms, I've noticed. Alright. So yeah, we'll do a 5-minute break, but then I think we're basically gonna we have to go back here, I'm afraid. And we're going to have a really good honest conversation about the importance of the banking sector. No one's going to like it. But fight clubbing the banks may have been the beginning of the end. The Wormstvan morning, the morning of Wormstvan by the Ziegler, in tune with the with the Silk Rider. That was great. That's what I pay for my internet for. That moments like that. Better dead, better red than dead. Marshall McLuhan. Fine, but maybe we don't. Maybe we keep the capitalists and the communists in some kind of happy balance. Or we preserve this piece and we don't complicate it with intellectualism and philosophy and stuff. I don't know. But we're going back quite a way here, so we'll be changing time. But if you haven't seen a Kitten Beach stream before, we're basically going back to World War II before we demolished the banks and had a little bit of an experiment with communist propaganda. All right, so back to the break. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's have a little bit of a look around, I think. But yeah, we're back to a happier time. Boonehenge is there, so there's no cathedral. That's just like a natural kind of environment. And then something we have learned from Captain Hindsight, I think, is the importance of the middle, this like bay here. These nice houses. they were being propagandized. So there was loads of that was a very rich religious group. I'm not going to use the C word, but it was a very rich religious groups, which I think is why we kind of like suggested they might be a bit like the Mormons. We've still got the customs office right up here. I'm quite sure why we built that. Yeah, we got cheap. We're at a happier time. We've got 93% approval and 54,000 in the bank. That's why I want to have like a good long conversation about our future before we kind of recklessly press on. Well, we haven't got the cathedral yet, so this church is very important for that. We're not going to nuke the island again, I don't think, anyway. But you can choose a different path if you wish. If you want to choose exactly the same path, I think it's going to result in exactly the same problem. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at where we are. But again, if you're new to this game, as I said, the factions, the political factions have got kittens from this Kitten Beach project I did like a couple of years ago, which is about politics and forum theatre and drama therapy and all this kind of thing. But for this game, the factions have cats, kind of cat spirits ruling over them. And I think 4 are very important at this point, which is English-speaking cat, the capitalists, M-cat with the religious in the middle, Better Kitten off here, and then Terror Kitten. I think that's it. So we decided they were a mixture of Mormon and Eastern Orthodox, I think. Well, Boonhenge is keeping everybody happy because it's very much within walking distance. I don't know if we've set up the party bus for the capitalists yet. I think that was a high moment. I think that was where the game kind of peaked. The party bus for the bankers. Well, we could just have a glistening row of banks, a set of private schools, and just set the constitution to only rich people vote, and change that newspaper to capitalist propaganda. That's what English-speaking cat would say, I think. And we got to hear it. We got to hear the guy out this time, I think. You know. Thanks, Jianju. Much appreciated. Party Island was the dream that tourism ruined. Yeah, actually, yeah. Party Island was originally more of a communist effort, wasn't it? All right, let's have a look. Let's go and have a look. We're going back in time though, and I'm not sure how this is going to affect the future of Bohemia. God, it looks quite well organised. Oh look. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of Petrocat, which is just Nickeltown, right? And that looks like it's probably working. So we can maybe ignore that. That's just producing nickel and rubber. For now, we can ignore it for now, but we've got enough services and stuff maybe. There's no entertainment. There's no entertainment. We need some entertainment over there. This, maybe we should put the castle, you know, for the president in a more, in a better place. I don't think the hotels are there. No, this is a party island basically for the capitalists, and there's a bus. There's one bus that runs here and then links here, and then there's another bus. Is it this one? Yeah, this goes all the way. This is a very, very busy bus, and it makes us a lot of money because it takes the bankers with all their money down here. So this, that's a good point. Like before we started the tourists, which made us dependent upon, well, military security, before Kira burned down the casino. The Yowie Hads are not there yet, no. We can steal the Yowie Heads. So we'll do that. And let's get a couple of thefts going on, so that's and then, how do we win this one? Is this, have we got the, we've got the embassy? Yeah. Oh no, we're in the Cold War. We're in the Cold War. Okay, we're kind of at the beginning of the Cold War. Perfect, that's better. Okay. So, as I said in the previous stream, I really don't mind who we ally here with. We don't have to ally with anyone, but we might have picked the nuclear program
I said I
already.
wish someone would go away.
Oh no, that
Judgment is
choice hasn't
always
happened yet.
impeccable, Presidente. But might I make a tiny suggestion?
Thank you, nothing but lurking, much appreciated. Well, we'll just accept this. It's just a general thing. Just let this play on, I think, and then it's going to give us the first major choice that we had to do last time. But that's the setup. A profitable banking sector with a party bus that goes there. Better Kitten's got Boonhenge. Everyone's happy. The media is religious, which is something we might want to think about, and capitalist. So they are religious capitalists, and they are the bedrock of the island. And then here, but you've got a communist propaganda going on. That's it. At the moment, it's not got silly yet. Aiki Yukina, hi. Right, okay, I'll let it play then and let's see if the choice comes up. We need to keep money in the bank for the banking sector to work. That's very important. That's where it went wrong last time. I can't remember what went wrong exactly. The Mormons will be happy if you give them ketamine therapy clinics. Oh, well, healthcare. Have we got doctors? Well, I don't think we have no doctors. No, we've got one clinic there, which is very busy. That's it. We got one clinic on the island. We've got 92% approval though. Thank you. And where are you from, Mikey? You don't want to even work in the mines anymore. See you, Public Universal Goon.
I'm
Yeah.
sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for it.
Contact. Comrade. Secure
No, we must have
this
already chosen
communication.
our end goal, right?
It's you and me, Presidente. We're in the trenches side by side fighting the war for Gaia. You can win us the
I
battle.
think we've
Just
already
marshal
picked the
your forces
nuclear
and
program
spend
as our
for Mother Earth.
victory goal, I feel like. Well, if this is... I'm not seeing where our victory goal is yet. But if we pick the... Yeah, oh yeah, healthcare, yeah. If we pick the nuclear program here to not have it, then we can't pick that, alright? So do you want to go with the environmentalists or the militarists? This is a different problem. I suggest we go with Terra Kitten for now. Kiss me goodbye. Just because we don't, I don't want to blow away the established order, guys. I think that's what happened last time. The foxy hippie chick came up and the whole island started going to ruin. Sorry. Just saying it how it is. Yeah, I know we want to shake things up, but weren't we going to shake things up, like, in the future? Why don't we just keep it simple? Guns, money, and God. You're making these choices, Nugget. Stop blaming me. That's the whole point of this society. What would this be? Guns, money, and God. We got invaded by America last time, Monstar. That was the problem. And the USSR did nothing. Well, basically, it's the same as to nuke or not to nuke. We become pacifists. If we do the hippie thing, then we become pacifists. We go with bin cat. We become pacifists right now, and that means we're going to have to shut all that down. The weapons industry over there is going to be the first thing you guys tear up. We're not nuking anyone yet because we've gone back before time, so we don't have a nuclear program yet. Yeah, we're in the Cold War, so Bin Cat represents the environmentalists, and who's the other new one? Oh, Petro Cat for the industrialists. Is the vote running? I can't see it. Okay, alright. No, it's not quite that choice, but don't worry, I think we're gonna do Terra Kitten anyway. I think we kinda have to. We don't really have an industrialist choice here. Yeah. I think we might already be on the nuclear path. I don't know. I just don't know why it's just not displaying yet. She looked like she'd take us on a hayride. Exactly. She's exactly that type. It's true. Don't worry about it, it's okay. I think we might have to do the nuke thing anyway. It's kind of insane to tear up the military-industrial complex right now. Especially when it's so close to the banks. Did we literally rip all this goods thing we had apart and put it into, like, tourists? I think one problem, maybe we want to do this slightly differently, is the nuclear power plant. Why did we have that nuclear... Oh, we needed the nuclear power plant to make the nuclear material, didn't we? Okay. I see where it might have gone wrong. We need to get IKEA in right now. IKEA is the foundation of any modern economy. Yeah. Show your Swedes some love. I love Sweden. I've been to Sweden. It's Gothenburg and Halmstad, is it? Halmstad? No, yeah, that's Sweden, isn't it? Yeah. Well, not everywhere. What's that island up Svalbard? Yeah. Alright, are we good? Yeah, okay, alright. So, we're gonna do the nuclear program. Have nuclear program. Fine. And then I think we just sit and we just soak in the vibes of the place for a while. Let's just watch it run. We've got no pressure. We're gonna win this election. We've got money in the bank. Let's just take it easy.
Now, Jet, the greatest nation is the one that has the most postcards on the refrigerator of the world.
I misclicked.
Tourists. Inspired thinking, Presidente.
I didn't save it, so we're gonna have to keep that, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry, but we have to invite tourists back. Alright, yeah, that's it. 500 tourists, we have to get through 500 tourists, but we can take it easy, we can take it easy. Look, at the end of the day, if at any time we want to finish this era, we just have to build a few cheap, sleazy motels on the side of town up there. We don't have to go crazy with the tourist industry like last time. I know a lot of people were against tourism. I've just condemned us to that through a misclick. I'm sorry. I didn't. You could see it. You can see it in the VODs. You'll be able to see it in the VODs. That was a misclick. So we don't need the nuclear program now, but we can do it to keep Terra Kitten anyway. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. We should have tourist bomb factory. Yeah, welcome to our great nation. Here is the military-industrial complex. That'd be like North Korea, maybe. There's cement factories and stuff. Although they just built a resort, didn't they, in North Korea? You went to all the speeches and this is what you get. It was a mistake, really. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. It just means we can take time.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind.
Let's check out
Kind
this
that
other
accidentally
boss.
reduces the size
I want
of
to
the
see if this
workforce.
is this one.
Presidente, I know you always keep your promises. But the
Oh, we
citizens
promised
may be
healthcare,
Very
okay.
exacting about what counts as a fulfilled promise.
Okay, and didn't that derail us last time? Not. Yeah. So let's deal with that immediately. Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, so I'm going to suggest we build a hospital. Is anyone going to stop me doing that? Why don't we build a hospital in Better Kittens district? Or right here in the middle. It's better if it's on the bus routes, right? Why don't we destroy these bunkhouses? Haven't we got the, let's do this. This snuck up on us last time. I took my eyes off that and I looked at it. It was like 500 days left. So let's put a hospital right on the bus route, and no one can complain. My approval's gone down by 22%, yeah. And everybody can get here except from up here. Is there a bus here? Yeah. And this takes us here. And that takes us there. Great. So that gives us maybe we put the clinic here as well. Right behind it. Sorry for moving these pointlessly. Right, that's a hospital and a clinic. That should be fine. We've got banking money. Is there a problem? Is there something creeping up on us that I don't remember? That was one problem. Is there like an economic collapse creeping up on us? That's not good, is it? Is this when we got into the pineapple madness? Yeah, this is when we got into pineapple madness. We tried to pineapple our way out. Trade routes, yes, okay. This was what lured us into the pineapples, the 71% bonus on pineapples. Rum we can shift though. Let's do the And canned goods, but at a loss. I wouldn't do that.
Sir, we are unable to move the giant stone head.
Right. They need logs. Does this exist yet? No, there's no logging camp. Maybe instead of the... What did we do last time? Yeah, we did this massive kind of pineapple plantation right over here. But instead, why don't we just build like a little logging area here rather than here? And that's very Petri. Maybe do a small booner instead of a big one. Well, no, we can do planks and boats, I think. That's pretty solid. This needs some entertainment, doesn't it? Let's get some entertainment. Okay. But I'm willing to take suggestions now for which direction you want to go in. Like, we don't have to continue Party Island. We can also keep Party Island free of residents, which might be the better idea. How about, like, hear me out. How about we put the actual hotels like here, right? Like this spot. This is like Kitten Beach there. And then if those tourists want to come over to the Party Island, we can do it, but we keep this kind of like mixed. Yeah? That sound good? We don't really need houses on Party Island either. They should be able to get here by
I sometimes
bus.
wonder about your final confession, President.
So we can tidy that all up.
I suspect that it could take a rather long time to cover all your
You want to
sins.
produce chocolate? Let's do this quick though. Like, let's not do a long vote. Just give me instant democracy. Just scream chocolate or no. No chocolate. Yes, yes or no. History says we should put the hotel as close as possible to the fire station. That's the hindsight department. No, I think the vibes are no, but it's only -2 religious standing, so fine.
Presidente, there is a flaw in our
Okay. We're on that borderline where the banks start hurting the economy, aren't we? This is the problem. We got 16 unemployed people. I say we plank it up. Plank it up. Planks? Like plank up round here. Plank and crank. Yeah, let's do it. Let's plank. We got the people. Planked up. Can't believe we haven't got planks yet. This is bad. This is like the first industry you should get. Alright, and then maybe a clinic. How about this? Can't eat crocodiles, can you? You can eat. I know you can eat crocodiles, but you can't eat crocodiles in the game. Alright, so we're gonna have to do a grosser, I think. Guns and God, like quite literally Guns and God there. Okay. Did I just spend us into a recession again? Okay, we need to save money. Don't let me spend
The
any money
package
for a
has
bit.
been franked.
I think we should take the money.
Say and do nothing whatsoever.
Or maybe take the immigrants. Take the immigrants. Alright, yeah, I've spent too much money. We destroy that. This is ridiculous. Aren't we entering the same cycle here, which ends with us fight clubbing the banks? We can't grow weed. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know you're flagging up education. It's important. It's important. So we got a college in there, but we need some money. Power shortage. Why?
Stay vigilant, Presidente. Subversives are everywhere. Heck.
I don't think we can do masks. No. We can do tobacco, yeah. This guy's demanding that we give them masks for a deal, but we haven't got any industry to make masks, so I don't think we'll do that. Because that's going to involve spending money we don't have to build the mask factory and so on, so no. But maybe let's be a bit more sensitive to the Americans. We've only got one embassy. I can see what happened to us happening again. Yeah, we're in the dive, look. Can we do nuclear testing? No, we're good. We can sell out the media, we can do all sorts, we're fine. We can't do nuclear testing, though. I think the economy might correct itself anyway. Let's have a look at trade deals. I think we might have overcorrected last time. But we do want a boatyard, right? So let's get one of those in. Now we got the planks. Where you from in the States again, Alison? It's somewhere in the Midwest, is it? You Michigan? Ohio? Are you in Britain, Wickham Vale? Are you in Britain? You're also American. You are. There was some really good American audience in those brunch sessions, though. We're getting up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. It's really appreciated. You're in Maine. Maine's beautiful. You're from Michigan, yeah. Michigan's beautiful as well. The UP. I knew this kid from the UP. His dad was a judge way back, and you know, there's not much to do up in the UP. And he went out into the woods to live more deliberately, and he got caught for like DUI or whatever it is in America. Not drink driving, but minor in possession. Yeah. At 18, his dad was a judge and he just crushed him in court. It's brutal. It's American justice. What's that little theme park called in? It's not really a theme park, like an amusement park in Ohio, on the lake. What's it called? Cedar Point, is it? Cedar something? Cedar Point, yeah. Yeah, I was at Cedar Point. Alright, money's coming in. Let's have a look at the trend. Yeah, I think we leave this for a little while. That's all working properly. There's 90 unemployed people. Okay, we need to give these people jobs. They was jobs, Steve. They need jobs. How's Party Garden doing? Well, we're gonna have to come up with something for these people to do. We've got like 18 people. I'm happy to take suggestions. Got a lot of army as well, actually. Do we need to do something now? Should we sell out the media now? You took your senior trip up to Cedar Point. Yeah, I know, your tourism, yeah, I know, and then we're going to go into a spiral, and the Americans invade, and we destroy the banks.
Burn the communique and eat the ashes.
But this is the Cold War, so maybe we can get in this gold mine and jewelry industry earlier this time? Wait, is this the spiral? Okay, guys, we're gonna have the same conversation. Please choose differently. Right? Yeah, 440's already on it. Look, be reasonable. Be reasonable. I think we're gonna have to sell out the media for a bit. We can restore like journalistic, you know, ethics and stuff later. We just mean that they're just adverts. That's what it means. We just. Yeah, we're not even fracking at the moment. I think we've got to sell out the media, and I think we've got to cut, like, I think we've got to cut the social sector a bit. Yeah, okay, let's sell out the media. Let's just do it. But we shouldn't forget about that, you know, as an informed citizenry, we don't want to forget that we've sold out the media to private banking concerns. We need to get the media back at some point. We can't leave it like that. Okay. Oh, no. That doesn't look good. I don't know if the locking camp's working. Our economy is being run on rum, cheese and balloons. That's a joke economy. Rum, cheese and balloons. I think we're going to enter the death spiral again. This is where we printed money, right? Okay, well at least the media's sold out now. Let's reduce everything. Let's reduce costs everywhere. I'm happy to take guys, take ideas. If you want to fire them at me, I will listen. The next thing we can do is like cut maintenance. Oh look, yeah, this is massively over-maintained. That's gonna hurt, but we can do it. It's gonna hurt though. I don't want to cut the bus service. That's kind of holding the island together. Oh, we can sell this out. This is another communist newspaper. You guys went mad. You're spreading communist propaganda at Party Island. It's not fun, you know, communist propaganda. It's quite serious stuff. Fracking, pineapple, strippers and communism. Yeah, it looks like we're bust. And this is where we had to destroy the banks. Alright, let's fire the banks this time. Let's not destroy the buildings. Let's just fire the bankers. Sorry guys. But we won't like symbolically destroy the banks. But they're a drain. That theatre is ridiculously decadent. That's getting cut. Theatre, I mean, anyway, yeah, let's fire another actor. That's not gonna hurt anyone. Fire all the actors. These actors can be fired. That actor can be fired. We have a lot of actors as well. There's a ridiculous amount of actors on this island. I think it's going to be printing money again. Yeah, but we have to fire people. We have to fire these bankers. They're not making the money. We're paying them for nothing. Look, we don't have any money to invest. We're going to have to print money. We're going to have to print money, but this time we'll spend it sensibly. Yes, we will, Lady Bearden. Okay, we'll print money, build a gold mine, and a jewellery factory. That's sensible. Yeah, but we're going to print the money for that. Yeah, Radzig Simulator. Put the circus near Petro and get that oil. But print money, right? I like it, California, right? The voice of California. Pump the oil! You're very, very welcome to organise this kind of game for yourselves. Look, we've got a lot of people that are unemployed. We could just destroy all of that whole area, and put oil pumps in there. All right. Well, look, we can keep going, but let's see if the cuts in the sectors helped. God, they're massively overpaid. The media is the problem. If we reload it, we're just going to have to cut all the media straight away.
A bad workman blames his tools, but he has to
Deliver leather and steel. Don't think we make leather. We're overproducing in certain areas, aren't we? We've sold all, the media's all sold out now. But like even this building is like totally decadent. That's losing us money. Pineapples was the one thing that saved us last time. Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, I think this is just running down. I think if we reload it again, we have to like immediately cut them. Maybe, hang on. If we complete those shipments, maybe we can tick along for a while. Balloons as well. Yeah, no, the pineapple. Well, it's a bit... What time is it? It's 7 o'clock now. finish at 8, so might be not a good time to start another island, I think. I suggest we try and... Foreign forces are attacking, yeah, here we go. Western powers. Yeah, I don't know if it is savable. I think the fundamental mistake was the media, though, right? I mean, I wouldn't look at it any other way, because we didn't really need the propaganda. See you, Wickham Vale. Bye bye. It is actually coming out. Look, it is slowly coming out of recession. Alright, we've got some money, so we can build some stuff. Let's employ these people. 34 people. I don't want to do pineapples again. We tried that. Let's not do pineapples. Okay? We can build a little bit, though, now. Maybe the gold mine. Gold mine there, which we can eventually turn into jewels. Uranium's too... Aluminium? Can we get the boatyard? Don't think we can get the boatyard, no? No. The media is the mistake. Can we do corn? Gold mine and jewelry. Well, I know it's in the negative, but we've got 30 people like doing nothing. Okay, we're doing gold. More fish. At least they've got jobs then. No, okay, we'll save for a boatyard. A trinket economy would be tourists. Yeah, but we haven't got any tourists. Yeah, we haven't really built any hotels. I think we may have been doing better the first time. Alright.
They want the choice in how they are ruled.
So we're going to do a speech, right? My degrees, biochem and education. Speech! Acknowledge the island's good. This is what's annoying me. The island is pretty good. Okay, we'll acknowledge the... We'll acknowledge liberty because we can actually fix that by freeing the media after this, if we save it. We'll praise the capitalists. No, praise the communists, because the capitalists are going to vote for us anyway. And we won't blame the Western powers. Do you want to blame the USSR? Don't blame anyone, please. Okay. Promise improvement. Nothing. No one.
My friends, you are
And let's
the
go and...
dedicated ones, for whom no hardship is too great. True
There you go.
Tropicans,
That's financial aid.
your tribulations shall be rewarded with just a little more effort. I have heard rumbles of discontent, but tropical security arrangements have been made a necessity by vague and unspecified threats. Oh, rest assured, Nothing is more precious to me than
Even
personal
Kaminsky,
liberty.
Alicia,
Our efforts are aided by our
and
communist
Victor.
comrades.
Hey, look, there's some people listening this time.
Need from
This
each
guy likes
according
me.
to their
Oh no, he's gone.
Equality for
Gotta go to
all,
work.
especially those who are more equal than others. It is you, my friends, who I thank for making me what I am today. I am proud to be your
He's even gone, he's left.
Viva Tropico!
He's like, they're not showing up, I'm not gonna show up. Okay, so during that little glitch, I just built a boatyard. Which these... Ah, oh, that's destroyed. Oh, no. God. Oh, wow, that was a disaster. Okay, we can pull out of it. Repairs in progress, okay, great. Okay. God, everything is run really into the ground though at the moment. Just shifting milk and rum. Just about doing it in the election. They're going okay. They're going okay. We might have pulled out of it, maybe. But this is actually this is a Cold War, sorry, a World War II product, so it's pretty late. Threaten the neighbours, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're pulling the Maui heads. And they're stuck. We have to import leather.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend
We can
to
cancel
vote
the
for you,
Yowie raid.
Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you.
Hey, Stripe
many,
Sentry.
Many times.
Yeah, we can't afford to, we can't afford that. Alright, let's win the election, but... I think the economy's kind of coming back, no? Okay, that's working. Still got 23 people unemployed. Alright, right, things are kind of working. I don't want to get the bankers back. Did we fire anyone else we can bring back? Actors? No, I don't want to hire actors.
That was a close one, Presidente. Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
I mean, we could put some shitty motels over in the... No, but we don't want to graduate, do we? This will be the time the economy comes back. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. But we've only got this economy on the back of like. Well, no, they're okay. But we lowered maintenance in all the flop houses. Maybe we can chill the doctors down. Actually, we're paying the doctors for loads of units. We need a doctor for the ketamine clinics to give. We need to fulfill the tourism promise you have made. That will employ some people. Yeah, I know, but we don't need to do that. We don't need to rush. That was the problem. We rushed last time. I've just saved the economy. Thank you. You should be thanking me. It's criticism. Thank you. Thanks. Finally. We had $38 in the account.
Bark at me, you dog!
We've only got like 10% of the population unemployed. That's fine. 5%. That's fine. Okay, we can invest. Or we can do this for a while. I mean, maybe we put the next half an hour just dancing and slowly increasing the bank account. Oh, thank you. We can just let it tick over. People don't hate us that much. They give us more money. There we go, 27,000. Nearly time to reopen the banks, or to talk about that. I can print money as well if you want. I can print money and put it straight in the banks.
The palace has announced new seismic tests to investigate the robustness of our infrastructure. Don't be alarmed, but do shelter under doorways.
The economy didn't save itself. The economy saved because I fired half of
Tremors
it.
surely do not herald a big quake, unless you say it is okay.
Right. I think we might have to not spend money on the earthquake protection. We don't have it. If we protect the buildings now, we're going to destroy everything we've saved. So I think we're just going to have to let the earthquake take its natural course, I'm afraid. Do it halfway. We've got 14,000. If we hold off, we can open up the banks again. We're not failing even harder. We're not failing even harder. I think this is better. Look, I'll pay if you want. Well, look, okay, half measures or no measures. Just give me instant democracy on it. Half measures or no measures. Half. No. Half? Okay. $7,000. Alright, 19,000. Okay. Okay, we can do the leather. Oh, God, no, we can't. Oh, there's nearly some mighty bonuses coming in, I think. Okay, now we can import the leather.
The tremors have ceased. If you're still shaking, we recommend calling your neurologist as soon as possible.
Okay, it's still kind of ticking over. Okay, that's too much. No, we have quite a nice medical system, yeah. Well, we were paying them a lot, but we're now good. What interest rate? Yeah, no, I know. But we're gonna get the Yowie heads. The Eastern Bloc centers disaster relief of $0. Look, it's coming back. The economy's back.
Sir, yes, sir. The operation is back.
Okay. Yeah. I think we need to think more about that, though. I think let's get some money in the bank and then build the tourist thing here and then make Pleasure Island better. I don't think it even needs bridges going to it. I think it can be done by little landings. It'll look very pretty that way.
Plane touchdown at 1100 hours, which coincidentally is the number.
Well, I can put them down. Is it free? Is it free to land them? No, it costs 25,000. No. We don't have nukes, no. Look, just relax. I know you drink a lot of coffee in Italy, alright? But just relax. Take it easy. We got ourselves into trouble last time because everybody got hot-blooded. Started like screaming through the speakers, spending loads of money on propaganda. At the moment, we just got money in the bank. Was there nothing but lurking? Did you hear the Eurovision with espresso macchiato this year? What did you think? I just think it would be great if the EU all did that and everybody just started brutally whipping each other in Eurovision. So it was just piss takes. So you say I'm lying when I say that Italians drink a lot of coffee? Yeah, it was because was it Estonia? Which country was it? Wasn't it one of the Baltic states just went all in on attacking Italy? Who was it? Who was the band who did it? I was just cackling. I was in a hotel.
The future of warfare or planet-destroying insanity? A new report from the palace says...
It's a political tropical island simulator, but we're kind of working together. But we're just letting things tick at the moment because we haven't got any money. We haven't got any money, so we're just gonna kind of let the bank. It was Estonia, right? Okay. Do we export coal? No, but we can IKEA it. No, let's do that. And we're waiting for the money to get back in the bank, and then I'm going to pitch for reinstating English-speaking cat.
Luxuries exported from the Caribbean are fashionable.
You don't drink coffee? Capitalized. Yeah, there is maybe a picture of me in a noddy outfit, which will go some ways to. Oh, there we are. That was the weapons. Yeah, that was the weapons. AK-47. These deals are getting great. Okay, one more time, and then I want to bring the bankers back. No, I don't know enough about Eurovision, but I liked the Polish entry was my favourite this year. Tea is better. I get jittery on coffee, but you know, my Italian friends, and they were from the south, so I don't know if it's different, but they would be like drinking like ultra ristrettos that they made in a special little pot, and then they would smoke Marlboro Reds. And they were only outdone by that by the Greeks, I think. The Greeks controlled one of the bars at my university, and the Italians controlled the other one. Marlboro Reds, yeah, just chopping them. I smoked one of those things, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. I lose it on like. I lose it on. 2 coffees is enough. You've seen me on 2 cups of tea. Wasn't it dragons? Wasn't it some kind of dragon thing? It was like some. I'm sure it was Poland. Had like it was proper like fantasy epic kind of rock or something. It was totally, I haven't seen anything like that for a while. Right, 36,000. I think it's time to get the banks back. Can we get a vote on this? Do we reinstate the bankers? Marlboro Red is a harsh smoke. When I did smoke, which is a long time ago in terms of cigarettes, it was Camel Lights. But it's a long time ago, and it's America. Yeah, can we get rational heads in here? Because, like, we've got 33,000 in the bank. If we're just going to let this sit and then come at it on another day, I'd like to do that with 100,000 in the bank. We haven't got anything else organised yet. We've just recovered the economy. Oh, we built the. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, let's hear this one through. But then we can also build the jewellery, like a jewellery factory. Camel Lights. Yeah. It was after that. It was after that. The hayride incident, after I, you know, let's just say I was sitting despondently,
Flying cars have arrived
smoking a pack of Camels under a tree until I made myself sick. Oh, no, the hypnosis thing with, what's his name? What's the name of the guy? Darren Brown. I wasn't smoking that long in terms of, like, chaining cigarettes, no. So I wasn't that addicted. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they're mad, aren't they? The price of tobacco is insane. I thought that was going to cause a revolution in England and no one was bothered. But I guess everyone's vaping. Cha-ching! Sound fiscal rules. I don't even know what a zin is. I have to be honest with you. Chocolate cigars. No, it's alright, don't stress. But we probably have to have faster holds if it's possible, but I don't even know what you're dealing with, to be honest. But maybe we needed to take a breather anyway because we got in the place we got in last time through too much rapid democracy, I think. Nicotine pouches that you leave in your mouth, or like chewing tobacco. Yes, we reinstate the bankers. Sensible. 88%, good. 22 rational people. 33 people unemployed though. We are going to have to create some jobs now. I don't know though, no, are we? We're going to have to create some jobs. I don't know what to create. Maybe it makes sense to keep it over here. Or do you want to start the tourism industry? We've got a school. Oh, IKEA. Yeah, no, we didn't build IKEA. We can do that. It's up in Petrocat land. Right, there's IKEA. And then maybe, just to keep everything running smoothly, we'll take this sugar out. And we'll whack mine in for the aluminium. And then we'll, when we've got a bit more money, we'll put this on aluminium as well.
The citizens are demanding elections.
Fuck.
It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
Another one. We just got the bankers back in as well. Ugh. Yeah, I know. We're already we still haven't restored the conditions as they were before the last shock doctrine. That's the problem. I think we're still running on this low maintenance thing. That's why people are pissed. So we'll have to spend more money on their accommodation and other things like that. It's all because I wouldn't invest in pineapples. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we do the speech anyway. Let's see how it goes. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't do a speech. Okay, now I'm gonna get murdered. Okay, I'm misclicking a lot.
What makes the Cold War so cold? The lack of love for El Presidente. Remember, loving El Presidente is your patriotic duty as a Trump.
Alright, let's see if that helps. We can print money again. We have to unsell the media to increase freedom.
The police declared today that prices of many exports had dropped, so that everyone can enjoy tropican goods, and that it wasn't because people didn't want them anymore. Reports of downtown vandalism are greatly exaggerated. The fashionable new distressed architecture style is apolitical and proves nothing.
Aluminium.
The way the palace says.
Aluminum is a... It's not even the way it's spelled. I can maybe get us out of it with a tax cut.
Want to get on everyone's good side?
IKEA isn't working. This is disaster. Okay. Threaten, yeah. Okay, but we're gonna bring the maintenance back down. Let's not leave that on. And also we have to resell out the media. Have you, Rumi, are you playing with all the expansions? And are you playing on the maximum difficulty or just the normal setting? Vanilla and on normal, okay. Which map is it then? Is it the one with the stadium? Where you have to like kidnap baseball players or something?
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote.
I think you have to kidnap players or something. I don't know. Maybe that's not the last map. Randomized social media issues, okay. Is there one where you have to like kidnap
That was a close one.
tourists?
Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
Alright, so let's take the maintenance back down because that was working. Okay, that should be working. What about are we short on Teamsters maybe? That looks good to me. And put a tourist in a mental hospital, yeah. Okay, we'll keep playing like this because I just wanna, I think we should just save the economy. Just chill for a bit. Everything looked good. They're out of steel. Ah, because the steel's going to the boatyard as well, that's the problem, yeah. Okay. What about a second steel mill? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think we're alright now. I think we're alright. I think you can relax. Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah. I remember. That's a strange one. Okay, let's move this military up here. And then we'll bring a second steel mill in. Yeah, the Mishi balloon. I think we're gonna have to get. We really rushed it last time and we fucked it up. So let's just try and like keep hold of our gains. Cababian penultimo. Yeah, I remember doing. I think I did all of the missions on the first one, but not the others. There's some really silly ones on there. We still got the Yowie heads to drop. Actually, that would be good. Look at that. That's great. Let's do more of that. Jewelry. Weapons. Sheboygan. Is that cat shaped? It's a stretch. Mishi. Michi. Why call him Michael? Sheboygan. Terra Kitten is saving our economy. There's no other way of looking at it. We are the military-industrial complex. The teeny one on the bottom left. That? Okay, intimidating neighbours definitely worked. That jumped to 75% approval. Okay, so... Thank you, Valeria. But I think she's on a break. I think she's gone for a ristretto.
Fuck me, you dog!
Valeria was right to tell us to intimidate our neighbours. He answers to quite a lot of names, to be fair. Okay, look, 71% approval, 43,000 in the bank. We're back where we are. Let's just let this sit, not mess it up. We can do this though. Shipshawana, Mackinac, Taquamenon. Taquamenon. Can we invest in drugs or something? Eventually we can build pharmaceuticals, yeah. Basically we kind of we've got to get some money in the bank. Like, we need to get to 100,000 and then I can relax. But IKEA's on fire.
An official statement from the palace says, there is nothing to be alarmed about. The sense of growing dread is perfectly normal.
Hot box IKEA. Well, we're doing okay at the moment. Yep. Balloons, jewellery, boats, cheese, canned goods and milk. We're still getting a lot of milk. I thought weed was legal now. Isn't weed legal now? In the States, it depends on where, right? Yeah. That must be really absurd though, where you've got people in prison for weed in one state and then people growing it in another one. Surely that can't last. Legal in Minnesota. Yeah, that must be really, really difficult. Alright, yeah, I say we sit tight. Maybe re-employ more bankers. $12 unemployed, this is good. That's going. Do with more gold, maybe. Just power this. No one should be in prison over that plan, for sure.
anxious about your neighbor. You should be. Traitors to Tropico lurk in every corner.
Well, yeah, there's that as well, but...
Anti-Tropican behavior immediately.
Yeah. God, America's a weird place. I don't know, I guess it's different in different EU countries as well, whether it's like more tolerated or less tolerated. I don't think we have a universal EU policy on that. I can understand why it was illegal, you know, back in the day. 2 reasons. One, profiteering, because some people made more money off it being illegal, and it wasn't a competition for the logging industry, right, and all of those kind of things. But also, if you've got an industrial society and you need everybody in the factories and stuff, then weed is not a great drug for that, I don't think. So it might have been more of a social engineering decision.
Now, I don't want to alarm you.
Ooh, furniture! Nice. Yeah, but there's some states where it's literally illegal on one side and like you go to prison and the people are literally growing it on the other side of the border. Is it that mad? Or is it just kind of, is it phased throughout the whole thing? Alright, 67,000, we're on our way. Everyone's back in the bank. And then once we've got it stabilised, then we can make a different decision when we start the next time. And decide whether we're going to solve the tourist problem. Maybe we should get another embassy in. That was a problem last time, being attacked by the Americans, right? So, yeah. It's literally legal, illegal, then legal again.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled.
Alright, this is fine. We'll deliver a speech anyway. So... Liberty, I don't think we've sold back the media out again, so that's alright. Probably housing happiness we can... Oh, yeah, Liberty. This is going well at the moment. The reason it's going well is because we're banks. Everyone kind of likes us.
Future. My friends, my people, welcome to a golden age of prosperity for every living Tropican. It was your trust that made it possible. Your trust of me.
Yeah, you got to federalize this kind of thing. That's just too much.
But tropical security arrangements have been made a necessity.
I had that in like Oklahoma. We had to like drive across the border to get beer that was more than 5% on a Sunday. Does that sound right? We had to drive to get Kansas. We had to drive to Kansas to get the beer.
For which we owe them one, in this life and the next. My promises are made humbly, for I am Tropico. Remember, a vote for El Presidente is a vote for me.
You couldn't sell, yeah, you definitely couldn't sell beer that was more than 5% on this Sunday, and then they had They had all these churches, right? Because it's Oklahoma, so you got like, I don't know, 40 odd churches in town, churches next to each other, and there was one right at the end of the street, and it had like a neon sign that just said Friday Night Church. That was in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It's quite a nice view from the palace though, over the power plants and the steel mills. Okay, that's not working. Iron. We need more iron. Okay, let's do that. That's a bit awkward, actually. Okay, we're just solving the iron problem with this. Pineapples. Can't escape. Nobody picks them. Okay, this just little extension of this is gonna all be petrocats, I think. Is just to supply the iron to the steel mills because they're running out. This.
How is it that the criminals are more organized than...
Great though, we've got loads of money in the bank, loads of approval. Thanks, Win. We've got 100,000 in the bank, yeah. And so we kind of put it back to where it was at the beginning, but with an economy, I think. Well, we can put the maintenance back up. This is going to run down. We can get the Yowie heads in. Yeah.
Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Coffee is pineapple juice. And Tropico is the future.
Do you want to put the Yowie heads where they were before, or do you want to save that for when we actually do tourism?
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote.
We're no longer importing leather, yeah, that was just one off. And we're intimidating people regularly. Yeah, I think we save the Yowie for the tourists. I think we do that at the beginning of the next game. Let's just tick over. And then come to it with a fresh head. Right? Like, build all of those hotels next game. Deal with that. Fix all that up. Make it look pretty.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Yeah, we save. Yeah, let's just keep saving. This needs fixing anyway. Right, but we brought America in. So let's just praise them. Stop them causing trouble. Take the money. Thank you, 14. Yeah, there's a bit of a... We were in such a bad place at the beginning there, but we can come back to Kitten Beach now with something vaguely respectable. Open the schools, open the churches. Do you want to bring the media back? We can bring the media back now. Maybe that's the decision for the next game as well, to be fair.
Fuck me, you dog!
I think we should. Because we could just... We've got a very nice capitalist set up there. Oh, Gartic. Yeah, well, I have to look into this. I'll have to look into it, and I have to kind of go at 8 today. But another night, yeah, sure. Well, there's loads of stuff we can do. We're in the Cold War era that we didn't do. We've got like movie theatres. You know, we had the roller coasters in modern times. We've got movies. We've got like arcades, luxury entertainment of all forms. We just need to be more organised about it. Like, that's probably enough money now to build Kitten Beach. There, I'm thinking a very lush kind of road with a bunch of golf courses and stuff on it. But I don't know how that's going to vibe with our communist aspirations. Do you want? Should we put communism back on? Let's turn everything back to where it was. And then we can discuss this next time, I think. Alright, we're going to try and get some brunches next week. That's when I'd like to do Kitten Beach, if possible. I think it might get more difficult towards the end of the week next week. I'm not sure. So the stream might be a bit front loaded last time. Anyway, let's save this. Save on Kitten Beach stream. The economy is safe. The economy is safe. It wasn't too bad, actually. It wasn't too bad.
The palace today announces a new mascot, Hermano Mayor. He is big and he's your brother. He'll always keep an eye on you, and that's a promise.
All right, so yeah, well, I think I like this in the brunch slot. For me, I like strategy games in the morning, like I said, but I have got a few other options. So this was my first experiment while I was waiting for Manor Lords to improve. I don't think Manor Lords is going to improve soon enough for me to stream it, because I really want some role-playing in there, and there isn't at the moment. It's still kind of coming together. So I did buy Crusader Kings 3, and I tried to play it. It was on discount. I can get the other ones as well, but I saw Crusader Kings was only €15, so I grabbed it anyway. Crusader Kings 3. I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Ethelred. Few of you were pushing for Crusader Kings 3. I've looked at it. I'm happy to stream it. I can't quite get my head around the game. You can help with that, Lurking? Alright, I'm happy to kind of like, if there's enough people who want to do Crusader Kings 3, I'm happy to have some experts or better players kind of walk me through how to play it, because I wasn't making so much progress. I'm a Civilization player normally, so some of it was a bit counterintuitive to me. You'll watch anything at this point. Okay, thank you. Well, I'd kind of like it to have a full, some kind of point to it, some kind of structure. So I quite like Kitten Beach because I do want to find a funny forum where we can talk about politics without everyone killing each other. So I'm hoping this can evolve into that. And also, Tropico 7 is coming out next year, I think, early. So we will carry on with the Tropico thing, and we'll run this through now. This is saved. You guys voted to start again from a save point. I'm happy to move on from here. We've got 157,000. We can move out of this and have another crack at the modern era. But it is very complicated, the modern era. It's like quite difficult. I've had brilliant Cold War setups just completely come unhinged in the modern world. If you're too spread out, which is often what my problem is. I have big populations with complicated politics, and then it all starts spiraling. You have to watch things really closely. You have to bribe people. You have to build houses for specific Tropican leaders. You can have faction leaders. You can have these balloon party ground things, which is like a development center. You've got like carnival grounds and stuff, which you have to stash with fireworks. But if you plan everything meticulously around these kind of entertainment centers, you can get extra boosts. So I just want to say, for the people who are playing Tropico themselves now and just thinking, why the hell did he do that and not this? Because I'm not playing by myself, and we're trying to work with this structure, as it were, to have a little bit of fun, this conceit. We'll come back to this, because I was surprised by the responses. There was some very positive messages for Kitten Beach, so people are enjoying it some level. But we can kind of mix up the strategy sim and keep the Kitten Beach concept. We can move the Kitten Beach to other things, maybe. So suggestions in that area, I'm happy to hear. But I think it's also good to just like play some games like regularly at the moment until we, rather than just picking at random games, like actually do stuff. So Kingdom Come will be part of the Logan 5 Run channel until the end of Kingdom Come 2, which is going to be a long time away. And And Stalker 2, I'm really impressed by it, I have to say. Like, I really enjoyed that last game, even though I messed up the buttons at the end. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very atmospheric. I thought it was really cinematic, the scenes with the sphere and everything. So if there's all this kind of stuff buried in that game, I'm looking forward to getting better at it. And 2765, yeah, exactly. Jim will still be joining for the Monastery Quest. Yeah, that will happen as soon as we get to a point where, I guess he could come in for Eric. I didn't remember the line. Do you meet Eric and Ishvan before you do the Monastery Quest? I thought it was after. But we're not going to be achieving that by the next Kingdom Come game anyway. But I'm sure Jim will be with us probably before the end of November. The Monk Quest is after. No, they're after. Yeah, Ishvan and Eric are after. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but don't worry. We'll give some notice, and Jim will get a chance to appear at the right time, even if it means treading water for another game or playing a DLC or whatever. So don't worry too much about that. But it worked out better that he didn't show up, right? Because we would have been in the wrong place. And Fallout New Vegas, of course. So this is the kind of the set I just want to play for now until we've kind of like got through them before bringing in other games. But I am listening. I've got Crusader Kings 3. I've got Manor Lords, and I'm up for getting other games as well. All right. So let me know if you've got any recommendations. We'll think about that as we pick the next game moving forward. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy yourselves, whatever you're doing. Enjoy your day if you're in stateside. Enjoy the early hours of the morning if you're over in Asia. And thank you so much for coming. Great to see you all and see you again. I'll let you know the schedule hopefully tomorrow. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.